Good evening. Please remain seated for the faculty processional. And then a few moments later, please rise as you are able for pomp and circumstance and the Somersworth High School class of 2019 processional. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Somersworth High School and Career Technical Center Class of 2019 Commencement Exercise. Thank you all for being here. Senior chorus members, please join us on the stage now. I'd like to ask everyone to please rise for our national anthem. Star-Spangled Banner was written as a poem by Francis Scott Key, later put to music by John Stafford Smith. The U.S. Congress did not make it our national anthem until 1931. At a time when our country is at war, and it has been since our high school seniors were born, let us all please keep in mind through the anthem everyone with us tonight who is currently serving in the U.S. Armed Forces, all the veterans who are with us tonight, and 5 of our seniors receiving diplomas in about an hour and a half with plans to enlist. Ashley Lavery, Sadie Kelly, Chase Baxter, Hunter Gagnon, and Caleb Waylene. Now would also be a good time to remind everyone, please, to be sure your cell phones are off or muted throughout our ceremony. Thank you.
Who
My name is John Shea, and it has been my privilege and a great honor to serve as Somersworth High School principal this year. It has particularly been a privilege and an honor to spend the year with these 78 soon-to-be high school graduates. They are not perfect, none of us are, but they are inspiring, hardworking, talented, and caring. They should also be sitting down right now. Thank you. You can. And they are our future, and that gives me great hope, and I appreciate that. Parents, brothers and sisters, aunts and uncles, grandparents, family members, friends, Somersworth faculty and staff, school board members, city councilors, everyone with us this evening, thank you for being here this evening to celebrate the class of 2019. Let us also keep in mind loved ones who cannot be here this night, whether due to distance or health. They are with us in spirit. And let's keep in mind those who have left us altogether, but are certainly here in spirit. We are only here now because of those who came before us. There is so much more in this arena right now than simply what meets the eye, which is a beautiful thing. And all of it, all of us here for these exceptional young men and women sitting here before us. So let's begin. I'd like to introduce the Mayor of Somersworth, opening remarks, the Honorable Dana Hilliard. Mr. Hilliard.
Thank you, Principal Shea. We are all born innocent, pure, infused only with hopes and dreams. Our soul is ingrained with the structure of truth, acceptance, and love. As we begin our journey in life, with each step we take, we are tested. The mission of the K-12 journey of public education system encompasses more than the mastery of the foundational elements of knowledge: math, science, language, social studies, arts, and trades. It is a societal hope that the mission our founders began on that hot summer day in Philadelphia on July 4th, 1776, will continue. That the thirst for human liberty will be quenched for all. And that with each passing of each generation, we will come closer to the creed and doctrine of God-given claimed inalienable rights for all. Our foundational elements of continuing the advancement of human society and creating a global community where all people are created equal are often called into question, as we are overloaded with the images and voices and ideologies of those who wish to indoctrinate us into the cult of hate, racism, sexism, genocide, and global destruction. With each step we take in our lives, we are guided by the lineage of our ancestors, whose hopes and dreams and successes is embodied in each and every one of us. Their wishes were for us to be surrounded by happiness and love, and for our journey to be void of the influences from those who seek to control us, enslave us, or simply extinguish us. Class of 2019, in 2015, as you ended your middle school journey, I left you to ponder the principal's challenge I began the year with by asking each of you, what is your story? What will your story be? Will the pages of your story define you as one who is embodied with compassion, empathy, and faith? Or will your pages characterize someone who is composed of anger, arrogance, and emptiness? Will you stumble over each roadblock along life's journey, falling into the abyss of self-pity? Or will you keep your self-worth, values, and courage high? Will you continue to rise? Will you continue on your journey of building happiness, hope, and the promise of America, the promise of our humanity? Will you stumble? Or will you rise? Still, I rise, by Maya Angelou. You may write me down in history with your bitter, twisted lies. You may trod me into the very dirt, but still like dust, I rise. Does my sassiness upset you? Why are you beset with gloom? 'Cause I walk in life like I got oil wells, pumping in my living rooms. Just like the moons and like the suns, with the certainty of the tides, just like the hope springing high, still I rise. Do you want to see me broken, bowed head and lowered eyes, shoulders fallen down like teardrops, weakened by my soulful cries? Does my heightenedness offend you? Don't you take it awful hard, 'cause I laugh like I've got gold mines, digging in my own backyard. You may shoot me with your words, you may cut me with your eyes, you may kill me with your hatefulness, but still I can. I rise. Does my sexiness upset you? Does it come as a surprise that I dance like I've got diamonds at the meeting of my thighs? Out of the huts of history's shame, I rise. Up from the past rooted in pain, I rise. I'm a black ocean leaping and wide, welling and swelling, I bear the tide. Leaving behind nights of terror and fear, I rise. Into the daybreak that's wondrously clear, I rise. Bringing the gifts that my ancestors gave, I am the dream and hope of a slave. I rise. I rise. I rise. Class of 2019, continue to write your story each and every day. Fill your pages with hope, compassion, inclusiveness, and love that the guiding light of humanity is built upon. On each stumble, hold on to your values. Do not falter, but rise. Congratulations on your accomplishments. Best wishes as you continue with your daily choices throughout life. Continue to choose wisely as you work towards your dreams and aspirations. Know that Somersworth will always be your home, and may your blood forever run Hilltopper blue. Congratulations, and God bless you all.
Thank you, Mayor. Good. Thank you, Mayor. I'd now like to introduce the Superintendent of the Somersworth School District and New Hampshire's SAU 56, Dr. Robert Godomsky.
I'd like to welcome everybody to the 2019 Somersworth High School graduation ceremony. I'd like to start by congratulating the soon-to-be graduates for all of their hard work during their time at Somersworth High School. And I'd like to congratulate also the parents, the guardians, the family members, the friends, the loved ones who helped our graduates along the way. Recently, I was reading a book by James Clear titled Atomic Habits, Tiny Changes, Remarkable Results. One of the quotes from James Clear was, "Time magnifies the margin between success and failure. It will multiply whatever you feed it. Good habits make time your ally. Bad habits make time your enemy." Now, I've always been a fan of continuous improvement, the thought of continuously improving every day. I feel that all of us can improve throughout our lifetime. It caused me to start thinking about the opportunities that our soon-to-be graduates have experienced and the advantages that they've earned along the way. Much the same way that good habits build on themselves, small advantages build on themselves over time as well. Graduates, if we look back at the time when you were in elementary school, you had many opportunities in front of you. Opportunities such as recess, field trips, exciting new things to learn in the classroom every day. In each of these opportunities, you learned sharing, getting along, cooperating, being kind, and gaining basic academic skills. As you mastered these skills, you earned small advantages to ensure that you can be successful as you move forward. When you moved on to the middle school, you took these advantages that you've gained and utilized these skills as you moved on to explore additional opportunities. Opportunities to explore being artistic, athletic, musical. Opportunities to grow intellectually, socially, and emotionally. As you participated and mastered the variety of skills while exploring these opportunities, you earned additional advantages towards being successful as you moved into the high school years. High school, again, offered you many new and exciting opportunities. Opportunities to explore new relationships, gain additional knowledge, get involved in coursework as well as co-curricular activities. As you gained this new knowledge, you've gained additional advantages. One example is you earned your driver's license, which gained you the advantage of mobility. You worked diligently to pass the appropriate assessments to earn credits along the way. Although each individual credit may seem insignificant, they each represent another small advantage that you earned. Through exploring each opportunity and accumulation of each small advantage, you will now be receiving a major advantage to allow you to move forward. That major advantage is your high school diploma. Your high school diploma is a significant advantage, which will open doors to many new opportunities. It allows you the opportunity to enlist in the military and serve our country. It allows you to directly enter the workforce with skills and certifications necessary to allow you to be successful in the career you choose. It allows you the opportunity to enroll in a college or university to continue your educational growth. In turn, each of these opportunities that you explore and master will allow you additional advantages. Remember, advantages are not simply given. You earn them through hard work and perseverance. Your successful attainment of a high school diploma signifies all of the advantages that you've accumulated along the way. No one can take those away from you. Be proud of what you earned. Walk through all of the doors that opens because you've got a high school diploma and take those opportunities available to you. You are ready for the next opportunity, no matter what that might be. Good luck, well done, enjoy the journey. In closing, I'd like to thank you all for being such wonderful representatives of Somersworth High School, and I wish you all the best, no matter where your journey takes you. Congratulations.
Senior chorus, please. Senior chorus. Thank you, Superintendent Gadomski. I'm asking the Somersworth High School Senior Chorus to please join us on stage again, and they will perform Country Roads by John Denver.
Hello. I just wanted to give you a little backstory on this song. When the seniors said that they chose their song to be Country Roads by John Denver, I said, what? Why would you choose that specifically? It was kind of random. But what they told me is that this song is about home, and it's about going off on adventures but always wanting to come back home again.
Thank you, senior chorus. Thank you, seniors. Our class salutatorian, Grace Vachon, will now join us at the podium. Grace will be attending the University of New Hampshire this fall and plans to study conservation and wildlife biology. Grace.
Speak right into it?
You're good, right there.
All right. Can you guys hear me? Okay, class of 2019, a lot of hard work on our part has brought us to this moment. But we would be nothing without our teachers. Words cannot begin to describe how grateful we all are for your hard work and dedication throughout these 4 years, both to our education and our well-being. I know that we were not always the most pleasant bunch to deal with, and it might have been tempting to call in sick when you had had enough, but still you never gave up on us. You would stay after the final bell of the school day had rung, even though you could have gone home and watched Netflix or something, to help us with tricky math concepts or long essays. You would take the time to listen to our ideas, suggestions, and opinions. From you, we have learned things we never knew before about science, math, technology, literature, writing, government, history, and foreign languages. You would kindly volunteer to chaperone the prom, even though you had to hear our questionable music, just to be sure that we were safe and having a great time. For years, you put up with our swearing, loud gum chewing, random dances in the hallway, naps in class, unexcused absences, disrespect, and believe me, that takes guts. I know that myself and many others cannot do what you do, to have that much patience, that much compassion, and that much courage, and we all just want to say thank you. Thank you for being the ones who we could always come to, and thank you for being the ones who cared when we could find no one else who did. Soon, we will part ways, allowing the doors of Somersworth High School to close behind us. We will begin the next chapter of our life, whatever that may be, and you will continue with yours. Teaching is not an easy job, that's for sure. Things will be hectic at times, and life may get you down. However, when you feel like giving up, when you feel like you are not valued or appreciated, remember that you are valued by all of us here today and by every person who has grown up, matured, and now realizes the importance of getting an education. It is a fact that behind every successful individual is a teacher who has sacrificed their time and who has done everything in their power to ensure that individual's success. You guys have done that for all of us, and I know that we are all going to go on to do great things because of it. However, not only are we going to go on to do great things, we're also going to be great people. Some people tonight may be surprised to hear me say this, but academics is only one piece of the puzzle that goes into making, as the Somersworth High School mission statement says, respectful, responsible, and articulate global citizens. You have also taught us how to be leaders, how to advocate for ourselves, how to stand up for what is right, and how to treat others with kindness and respect. Although we are looking forward to the freedom that we will have in our adult lives, there are countless things to be missed about Somersworth High School. Kind-hearted friends, the feeling of community and closeness, the honey mustard in the cafeteria, and most definitely the wonderful teachers. Before I end tonight, I have a poem I'm going to read called Ode to Teachers by Pat Mora, who is a former teacher, poet, and author from El Paso, Texas. I remember the first day, how I looked down, hoping you wouldn't see me, and when I glanced up, I saw your smile shining like a soft light from deep inside you. I'm listening, you encourage us. Come on, join our conversation. Let us hear your neon certainties, thorny doubts, tangled angers. But for weeks, I hid inside. I read and reread your notes, praising my writing, and you whispered, we need you and your stories and questions that like a fresh path will take us to new vistas. Slowly, your faith grew into my courage, and for you, instead of handing you a note or an apple or flowers, I raised my hand. I carry your smile and faith inside like I carry my dog's face, my sister's laugh, creamy melodies, the softness of sunrise, steady blessings of stars, autumn smell of gingerbread, the security of a sweater on a chilly day. Okay, that was it. All right, congratulations, fellow graduates. Just kidding, that wasn't it. Congratulations, fellow graduates. We did it. Yay! Thank you to everyone here tonight for being such a wonderful audience. And from the class of 2019 to all the teachers, thank you and good luck. And a special thank you to 3 retiring high school teachers, Miss Marianne Sweeney, Miss Gigi Klippa, Senor Barrett. We are going to miss you all, and I hope that we can come back and visit sometime. Peace out, guys.
Thank you, Grace. Our senior class president, Rachel Wadamina, will join us at the podium. Rachel will be attending St. Joseph's College in Brooklyn, New York this fall, where she plans to study business management. Rachel.
Good evening, families, faculty members, friends, and the class of 2000 graduates. I'm not gonna cry. Thank you, everyone, for being a part of our long journey and joining us in the celebratory night. Within these past 4 years, we've all accomplished goals, reached our personal milestones, and met new people who are here today cheering us on. And at the same time, we faced many personal losses, hardship, and low times. For some of us, high school came easy, waking up, going to school, getting your work done, and getting those good grades. For others, it wasn't as smooth of a ride. Waking up, getting up, coming to school on time, it was a struggle, but you made it. Today, we graduate side by side with those we've spent the better part of the past 18 years growing up with and in front of our loved ones who are cheering us on in the crowds. As I look back, there are many things I could say and so many experiences I am so grateful for. But perhaps the greatest lesson I have learned in the past year is to be thankful for who I have and the opportunities before me. Standing here, there are many things I can truly say I am so thankful to have experienced. Just this year, helping the freshman class in tug-of-war during the spirit rally against the juniors. And then again for the teachers, which resulted in the 10-plus-year-old rope to snap in half, throwing both sides onto the floor. Junior year, the big championship game where our basketball team won at SNHU, where afterwards dozens of cars raced back to Somersworth to participate in a car trail, closing off multiple streets with cars being bumper to bumper, lighting up the night with hazard lights going off. Or for some of us, biology study dates at Chase's. The summer of sophomore year, where right before we took our big bio final, a huge group of us went to his pool for hours to study and came back as clueless as ever. At least we passed. And as if it was just yesterday, our first day of classes, roaming around the school looking for our classroom, afraid to make eye contact with any of the upperclassmen, and sticking with our people from middle school or finding new friends who we've now been stuck with since, and we wouldn't change it for the world. These are the stories I am most grateful for, and I hope you are too. Along the way, we've made more memories, too long and too many to share, that I know I will cherish forever. Tonight, after we take off our gowns and tuck away our last memories of high school after Project Grad, remember to thank the people who got you here today. Whether it is a person who is here in the stands, away from the world, or unable to come, thank your people for pushing you to get up, get moving, and who have supported you as much as they could so that this day could become a reality. A friend, a family, a mentor, or teacher, be sure to show the gratitude that you have for them. Because while this is about you, class of 2019, every single person in this room rooted for you, came for you, and did their best to offer a guiding hand. And for those who did it all on your own, thank yourself. You did it. You've supported yourself, you've pushed yourself, and this is the prize. And if no one is here for you, let me remind you that those people sitting right next to you and me are no doubt proud of you and the person you have become. Within these 4 years, not only have we passed our classes, but we've built a community, a support team for each other. We've watched each other grow and fall, and we made it through. Be grateful for what you've been able to achieve and the doors you have opened for yourself. I would like to personally thank my people for being my people. Mr. Lagarde, Miss White, Nubs, Patricia, Natalia, and the class of 2019, and even all of you guys here tonight. Because all the families and friends here tonight who have supported my class deserve my gratitude and respect. Thank you for all the memories. Thank you for being such wonderful people. I cannot wait to see who you will become.
Thank you, Rachel. Our class valedictorian, Sean Flanagan, will now join us at the podium. Sean will be attending the University of New Hampshire this fall and plans to study health sciences. And if you are wondering what it takes to be the valedictorian of this impressive class, the answer is a grade point average on a scale of 0 to 4, 4 being the top, of almost 4.6. Sean Flanagan.
Oh, thanks. All right. Principal Shea, faculty members, family, friends, and fellow graduates. Today is a day that we shall remember throughout our lives. Having our individual support systems help us celebrate this day and witness as we close one chapter in our lives and take the necessary steps towards the next is reassuring of your testament and dedication that you have for each and every one of us. Closing the door to our current chapter through the celebration of our commencement ceremony gives us the needed encouragement and reassuring passion that each of you has for us in your lives. Though we cannot see the road that lies ahead of us, having your support and guidance along the way will enable us to make this transition from one stage of life to another much easier and hopefully more enjoyable. And while we prepare to go through the motions of closing this chapter this evening, we should take a few moments and give thanks to those who have dedicated themselves in educating and shaping our lives. From our parents, family members, and friends, to our teachers, faculty, and staff, we are surrounded by individuals who inspire and encourage us to keep moving forward to excel each and every day. They encourage us to keep moving forward even when we tell ourselves to stop. They believe in our dreams, even during those times when we question everything about ourselves and not just what we hope to inspire. They can see who we are as individuals, our authentic selves, and they encourage us to be that person and not someone who we think we are or should be. While moving through each stage of our lives, we may not realize or give thanks to those individuals who have always been there helping us along the way. Today, as we graduate high school, we have the perfect opportunity to thank them as they congratulate us on a job well done. They have helped us navigate through many journeys we have taken along the way. As we began our educational journey in elementary school, we looked to them for guidance while learning how to study, complete homework, assignments, or prepare ourselves to successfully conquer our nerves just before taking quizzes and tests. As we transitioned into middle school, their support and guidance shifted as we wrestled with changes in our mind and bodies, and our workload began to increase. If we encountered negativity along the way, they were our buffer, our soft place to fall during emotional and painful times. They watched as we grew as people and encouraged us to dream and envision what our future may look like. They helped us bridge the awkward years from middle school to high school, and their support continued to strengthen as we began to gain a much better understanding of who we are as people and what path we would like to tread as we prepare ourselves for our future. Having a support system, whether it be comprised of family members, friends, educators, or a combination of many different individuals, their support and acceptance helps to keep us on track and on target. Our brains have not fully matured at this stage, and though we may think we no longer need the support and guidance of others, their invaluable help along the way will become apparent years down the line as we reflect upon these days and events during this stage of our lives and remembering all that we have overcome. Having this opportunity to thank those in our lives has never been more apparent to me personally than now, since dealing with a medical emergency with my father. In a single moment of time, my strong, dependable father, who has always been there for my sister and I, fell, hitting his head while going into cardiac arrest. On May 11th, 2019, our lives were forever changed, and my father has gone into a coma since and is not waking up. As he left our house that afternoon to work out at the gym, I simply took for granted that he would return a couple of hours later. I never had the chance to tell him that I loved him or to thank him for everything he has done for us as my parents continued to prepare my sister and I for the next stage in our lives. Not knowing when he will wake from his coma or who he will be as a result of having been without oxygen to his brain, having the ability to thank those in our lives while having the opportunity to do so has never been more important or apparent to me until now. Yet, in spite of everything that has transpired in the last 3 weeks, if my father's cardiac arrest and coma were destined to happen as part of his journey through life, I would not change the actions and steps I have taken since the day he felt ill. Trying to step into my father's shoes has been a difficult endeavor. He was such a strong presence in my family because of everything that he did for us. He always put us first and never complained or resisted when having to handle or complete something that he simply did not want to do. He simply rolled up his sleeves and began to handle situations and circumstances from start to finish. Having watched my father throughout the years handle various situations has indeed taught me how to handle responsibilities in a mature way. Within my family dynamic, I have indeed stepped up, and without fear of trepidation, I have become the man I know my father would be proud of. In a second of time, I took on a role that I may not have been prepared to tackle, but seeing my father in the hospital, hooked up to machines, a silent call of action was heard, and I swiftly transitioned from child to man. Always remember that your classmates and your friends will always be there for you, no matter the circumstances. No distance nor stretch of time can break the bonds between friends and the generosity of people. During our time of need, so many people have stepped up to assist us with our family needs during our time of crisis, and for that, we will be forever grateful. I look for the opportunity to pay it forward to someone else in their time of crisis. Having gone through our family emergency and seeing such tremendous response from our community has shown me that so many people do care about each other. The only time someone won't be there for you is when you fail to pick up the phone and call. Because as long as you have people who care for you and you can rely on, there will always be someone on the other line to listen. Don't take those opportunities for granted. Thank you, and congratulations to the class 2019.
No, I'm going to lose it. Thank you, Sean. Sean called about 10 minutes before the processional was about to begin on the Spalding Turnpike with Brianna. Not because he was goofing off, but because he had an important family commitment. And it's reflective of what so many of you have done in the last several days. Almost everybody here For some, it's been a good week, but probably for the majority of us, the last few days, the last week, the last month, something has been particularly difficult. And in some cases, a lot of things have been particularly difficult. And you guys have done an awesome job of looking out for one another and taking care of each other, and the Flanagans is just one example of that. And I want to ask you now, I'm laughing also because it's so hard to get to this point. And then we make you wear this hot gown and a stupid hat that it's hard to balance on your head, and we make you walk in the world's most difficult way to learn. But you're done. You're done. So close your eyes, breathe, and the Somersworth High School Concert Band will now perform The Great American Frontier by Eric Morales. Our commencement speaker was invited by the senior class, which is a wonderful honor. He is a graduate of Somersworth High School, class of 1980, a native of and a current resident of Somersworth. His brothers and sisters are also Hilltopper alumni, one of whom is our chief of police. His son Tyler and his daughter Caitlin both graduated from Somersworth High School. Caitlin is now a nurse, and Tyler is studying athletic training at Bowling Green. He and his wife Valerie have been married 28 years. I will not mention that Valerie is a graduate of Dover High School. Our speaker is the host of Greg and the Morning Buzz on WHEB, and he has been on the air now for 35 years. He is also passionate about giving back to the community and has raised over $1 million for charitable causes over the years. Our commencement speaker tonight, Greg Kretschmar.
Thank you very much. Before I start, I want to say what a great job from the student speakers. Can you just give them a round of applause? That was great. Good evening, class of 2019. Principal Shea, Superintendent Dr. Godomsky, Mr. Mayor, school board members, faculty, distinguished guests, families, friends, alumni, dogs, cats, guinea pigs, everybody, welcome. It is an honor to be here, and the fact that I'm standing up here means one thing and one thing only. Everybody else had to be busy. I don't even know what I'm doing up here, I have to say. But I want to set a couple of things first before we start. I know that it's all the rage and it's been in the news lately. To the class of 19, I just want to let you know, no, I'm not paying anybody's college tuition today. I'm not giving anybody a car. Okay, Oprah just made it tough for all of us graduation speakers. Not cool, man. Not cool. But I will say, maybe I can wrangle up some koozies or t-shirts or something like that from the station van maybe afterwards. That's about it. Sorry. I have to be honest with you. When I was thinking about what I was going to say tonight, I was kind of stressing out about it. Because what can I say to you that is going to affect any of you in any way? I was talking to a friend about it, and he said, do you want to know what my high school graduation speaker said? And I said, yeah, thinking I'm going to get something that I could use, maybe steal. The guy looks at me and goes, I don't remember anything he said. And that's my point. What can I possibly do here or say here tonight that is going to make any of this memorable? The truth is, I think many, if not most of you in class of 2019 may not even know who I am. And that's perfectly fine. That's the way it should be. Because tonight isn't about me. Tonight's about you. I'm not going to go on about a job in radio. I'm not going to go on about celebrities and rock stars or cool things I've been able to do through my job over 35 years because none of that matters. What does matter, though, is that you and I, we're not that different. I'm a little older. All right, considerably older. All right, that's fine. But I walked the same hallways of Somersworth High School that you did. I sat in the same cafeteria, studied in the same library, sat in the same bleachers, not only as a student, but as someone who had kids that played sports in Somersworth. I went to the Pines playground. I played wiffle ball up against the water tank. I went to Hilltop School, and I went to the middle school. Heck, I might even have silently, in my head, cussed out a teacher or two from time to time. Sorry, teacher, sorry. But we're cut from the same cloth. And from this day forward, anywhere you go in your life, whether it's here or anywhere across the world, 35 years from now, when you run into someone from Somersworth, New Hampshire, you're going to have that in common. And that might not seem like a cool thing right now, but trust me, when it happens then, it will be. It'll bring you home. So I started to think about what could I possibly tell you from my life that'll help you in any way. And the thing that sticks out the most, and it's one thing, happened to me when I was 23 years old, and it changed my life. I was 1 year out of the University of New Hampshire, and I got my dream job at a radio station. Radio is something I've always wanted to do, ever since I was 8. There was never anything else. And I couldn't imagine a better job for me playing music, listening to music, talking to music. I couldn't imagine any better job. So I get this gig, and I'm doing a nighttime show. And there I am 1 year into it, and the radio station brings in this mega radio celebrity guy to come in and talk to each one of the radio jocks and kind of coach them, right? Like a coach, to give you tips that'll make you better, to give me the keys to the proverbial garage so I can take my car out that's my career and take it for a spin. That's what this guy does. And I go and I meet with him, and I'm sitting in this conference room, and here he walks in, and he is all Hollywood, man. 1985, he's got the slick jacket on, he's got the perfectly groomed goatee with the salt and pepper beard, he's got the slick back hair with the ponytail and the dark sunglasses, he's got the tan going on. This guy was a rock star in radio. Picture your greatest hero coming in to talk to you and to tell you how to be better at what you do. That's what this guy was here to do. So he comes in and sits down, and he plays a tape of the show I did the night before. It was a cassette tape, which is a little thing your parents and I used to listen to. It's what we listen to music on. It was a little, all right, that's cool. You know what I'm saying. So he listens to the show. He gets done. He doesn't say a word. And he stops the tape. So I'm leaning in. This guy's going to lay some knowledge on me. He's going to give me the clues to success that are just going to open the doors for me. He looks at me straight in the eye, and he says, and I quote, "You might want to find another line of work." I'm glad that was funny to you, because it wasn't to me. The silence that follows those words seemed to last forever. What did you just say? And then he starts to talk, and his lips start to move. I can't hear a word he said. This guy just crushed me. This guy just took my dream and swept my knees out from under me. This guy destroyed me with one sentence. Johnny Hollywood comes in and kicks me right in the teeth. I can't even tell you how much that wrecked me that day. After brooding about it for the rest of the day and into the night, I didn't sleep much. I woke up, the sun came up, and I had kind of a clarifying moment. I told myself, this guy doesn't know me. He doesn't know my heart. He doesn't know how hard I'm willing to work to achieve my dream. He doesn't get to write my story. I'm the only one who gets to do that. And if I may quote, a brave young woman named Arya Stark, who saved the world at the Battle of Winterfell. The next day, I went back to work and looked the guy in the eye, slick-haired Hollywood version of the Night King, and I said, "Not today." 35 years later, I'm still standing, and I'm still doing the job I love. And the point of this story is that nobody gets to define you. Nobody gets to write your story. You do. When somebody tells you that you're not capable, then you pull your bootstraps back up, you get back in the game, and you prove them wrong. You tell them, "Not today." And trust me on one thing. Sooner or later, in one way or another, what happened to me getting my teeth kicked in that day in that conference room, it's going to happen to each one of you. Happens to all of us at one time or another. Maybe it's a job, maybe it's a relationship, maybe it's something else. But just like everybody else, don't let that be your story. Third quarter of the Super Bowl. Patriots are down 24-3. It's a score that nobody's ever come back from. Did Tom Brady let that be his story? No. Tom Brady rewrote the book. It's true. So as you sit here tonight, class of 2019, you have a blank page in front of you. Tomorrow is the day you start writing the story that you want your life to be. And really, there's only one other thing I wanted to say to you tonight. And it's something I'd like to ask, not just of the class of 2019, but of everybody. And I truly do believe that if you do it, if we do it, we can change the world. And it's really simple. It's 2 words. If you remember anything, remember these 2 words. Be kind. Be kind. We live in a world that just seems to be getting meaner by the day, and it doesn't have to be if we all just be kind. Be kind to the person at the coffee shop. Be kind to the person waiting to pull out onto the road when you're driving by. Be kind to the person at the counter at the store, or be kind to the person who has an opinion that is different than yours. When you're online, instead of making a mean comment or a sarcastic comment, don't. Be kind, because every single time you do or say something mean to someone else, it says way more about you than it does them. And actually, I'm pretty impressed because I know that the class of 2019 has already started down that road, and maybe some of you here don't know it. Every day at Somersworth High School, when these students have given the morning announcements on the PA system, do you know how they end the announcements? Does anybody in the audience know? They say, take care of each other. Take care of each other. That's pretty impressive. And as young adults, let me tell you, there's a lot of adults that should learn that very thing. We'd all be better off if we all did it. That's a notion I hope you don't give up when you leave high school. Carry that notion with you throughout your life. It's a beautiful thing. And now I could go on and on about stuff, lots of stuff, but I know two things. One of them is, you guys want to get out of here. Okay. All right? Yeah, I get the woo. The second thing is, the Bruins puck dropped at 8:20. So, all right? I got it. It's good. So, I'm just going to give you 3 quick thoughts, and that's it. One of them is, love your family. Nobody loves you more than they do. When you go home tonight, make sure you thank your parents and tell them that you love them. Because I promise you, the day will come when you will understand what it's like to be a parent and hear your child say that. Okay? The second, some of the best advice I ever got. My grandfather always told me that in your life, throughout your entire life, you can count the number of true, real friends you have on one hand. So hold them close. Be the kind of friend to them that you want them to be to you. And trust me, my grandfather, he's never been wrong. And lastly, if I can just jump back to the Johnny Hollywood story for a second, man, I spent a lot of years hating that guy that did that to me. A lot of years. Despised him, hated him. And then somewhere in adulthood, I realized I shouldn't hate him. I probably should send him a thank you note. Because even though he didn't mean it, it wasn't his intention, that one sentence changed my life. And what was then my worst day as an adult turned out to be my best day. My not today day. So to you, class of 2019, I say congratulations. Whether you're going on to continue your education, whether you're going into the military, or whether you're just going to take some time to figure stuff out, get out there and get it, and enjoy your life. And when life does throw you a worse day, I hope you make it your best day, your not today day. God bless you all, congratulations, and have a great night. From a guy whose name you'll never remember.
Thank you, Mr. Kretschmar. The chorus could join us, awesome. The Somersworth High School Chorus, their final performance this evening will be Twembe by David Wagner, which I think might be Swahili for Let There Be Music, but I might be wrong. Thank you. I want to take a quick second. We all know this, but we forget it. Our seniors, I hope most of you will have a day off tomorrow, but we have a lot of 9th graders, 10th graders, and 11th graders here tonight performing, singing with the seniors, and as ushers who will go home and get home late and do homework and be back at school tomorrow. Some of them will do homework. So a round of applause, please, for all the student support that we've had tonight. We're one step away from the diplomas. I'd now like to invite to the podium Caitlin Carrington, our CTC Director, and Christina Smith, our Dean of Students. They will recognize our seniors who received scholarships and special awards earlier this week, and they will also present 2 additional special awards. Caitlin and Christina.
Just before, Grace Vashon, where are you? I just want to thank you on behalf of all the educators in this room. You could have taken your 5 minutes to talk about anybody, and we really appreciate it that you thought to think of us. Thank you. So, the scholarships and awards for this year's graduating class were formally presented to recipients on Monday at the Senior Assembly. We'd like to take one more opportunity to recognize our scholarships, the recipients, and the special awards the special award honorees, excluding those that are already noted in your program. So graduates, when your name is announced, please stand up and remain standing until the end. Friends and family, please clap once after each name is said. Once all the recipients have been recognized, please congratulate them collectively with a loud applause. First on Chase Baxter, Anthony Ciotti, Aaron Clary, Clayla Demarai, Jacob Ducharme, Madison Dunham, Conrad Edis, Samantha Fantasia, Brianna Flanagan, Sean Flanagan, Hunter Gagnon, Ethan Gassier, Sydney Gibbets, Evan Gray, Nikayla Hall, Caleb Hodgson, Matthew Kelly, Sadie Kelly, Ashley Lavery, and Hannah Lewis.
Patricia Lewis, Natalia Lumin-Kawas, Sierra Malo, Amelia McHugh, Casey Mentor, Anna Miller, Serena Nally, Tiara Oliveira, Luke Reardon, Sarah Richards, Emily Roberge, Cameron Rushlow, Richie Rompus, Nicole Savoy, William Scanlon, Gabby Suleiman, Gabby Teo, Grace Vashon, Rachel Bell Guadamita, Alex Riddle. The first award is the Dr. Harold Adams Award. It's given yearly to the student exhibiting the greatest all-around progress during the past year. The progress is measured through scholastic achievement, service, and character. This award is presented to Caleb Hodgson.
The Jackie Furlan Memorial Award is given in memory of Mrs. Furlan, a Latin teacher at Somersworth High School. This is awarded to a senior who most exemplifies the qualities of warmth, sincerity, sense of humor, enthusiasm, positive attitude, school spirit, and a genuine interest in others. This award is presented to Rachel Bell Guadamina.
Thank you, Ms. Carrington. Thank you, Ms. Smith. Congratulations, Rachel. Congratulations, Caleb. It's now time for the diplomas. I'd like to please ask our Somersworth School Board Chairperson, Mark Richardson, to join us up here, and Superintendent Gadomski to join us again. I'd also like to ask Senior Class President Rachel Wadamina and Vice President of the class, Gabriel Suleiman, to also join us here at the podium. Rachel and Gabby will be reading the names of each graduate. Our school board chair and superintendent will be handing out the diplomas. Students will receive their diplomas in alphabetical order by last name. Parents, family members. Well, I should also mention, by the way, for folks that aren't here this evening, this will all be posted on YouTube and easy to watch the whole thing and easy to share with folks that aren't here. We do not have a professional photographer, so please take photographs from wherever you'd like, so long as you don't knock over any of our graduates or block anybody else's view. But we also have a designated area to my right around those blue ropes, and if you want to come to that spot when your son or daughter is third or fourth in line to my left, and you can follow along in the program to see that they're 3 or 4 away from receiving their diploma. You can take a photo from there, and they'll also be coming down those steps and going right past you. Amelia and James, would you please get us started?
Joseph Arias.
Chase Allen Baxter.
Benjamin Bragdon.
Lily Ann Camp.
Sydney Pimpa Chanthaboon.
Bridget Shane Clark.
Anthony Joseph Ciotti.
Aaron Cleary.
Isabella Connolly.
Clea Demirai.
Jacob Ducharme.
Madison Paige Dunham.
Conrad Ellis.
Samantha Teresa Fantasia.
Brianna Flanagan.
Sean Flanagan.
First class Private Hunter Gagnon.
Ethan Robert Gazier.
Sydney Gibbets.
Evan Gray.
Yana Hager.
Nikayla Trinity Lynn Hall.
Caleb Hodgson.
Jocelyn Lee Howard.
Caleb Hurley Bennett.
Jason Jonathan Armin Hadapia.
Bryce Karcher.
Dana Mae King.
Matthew Kelly.
Sadie Mae Kelly.
Marta Knudsen Fowler.
Ashley Nicole Lavery.
Hannah Shea Lewis.
Benzia Liu.
Emma Madison Longmire.
Patricia Helga Lewis.
Natalia Lumingewas.
Sierra Malo.
Kyle William Marsh.
Allie Dawn McHugh.
Amelia Rose McHugh.
Anthony Stephen McHugh.
Ashley Morgan McHugh.
Casey Mentor.
Janessa Lynn Miglianico.
Autumn Ann Miller.
Emma Rose Moulton.
Serena Nally.
Tony Marie Neal.
Tiara Oliveira.
Ishmael Ortegon.
Tiara Cameron Phillips.
Asher Levi Quirian.
Luke William Reardon.
Ashley Renner.
Sarah Richards.
Tanner Robert Ridlin.
Emily Sky Roberge.
Cameron Rushello.
Eric Rushello.
Richie Matthew Rompus.
Olivia Suzanne Russell. Olivia Suzanne Russell.
Marcos Santos Jr.
Nicole Allison Savoy.
Will Scanlon.
Catherine Hollis Smith.
Trinity Lynn Smith.
Tristan Marie Solari.
Samuel Jackson Solomon.
Chase Allen Sprague.
Gabby Tayo.
Grace Eleanor Vashon.
Brooke Madison Viola.
Caleb Michael Woolian.
Will Whitney. Alex Kirby Woodall.
Gabrielle Natalia Suleiman. Rachel Bell Wadamina. We were aiming for 7:45, and I think we're going to hit it on the nose. Just another minute or two. Let me first share a couple of things about what is going to happen in a few moments. As we conclude the ceremony, please remain at your seats as our faculty recesses toward the exit and prepares to congratulate our graduates. And then please continue to remain at your seats as the class of 2019 Processional takes them out via the same way they came in. I want to thank everyone again for being here tonight. Please travel safe. Please be safe. Seniors, remember, project graduation departs from the high school at 9 o'clock. Seniors, please take care of yourselves. Please take care of one another. Thank your family and friends for what you just achieved tonight. We did it all together. Amelia and James, if you guys could stand, please. I'd like to ask all the members of the Somersworth High School and Career Technical Center class of 2019 to please rise together now. Tassel should be on the right side of your cap. All 78 of you, each of you having successfully met all of the secondary school requirements of the state of New Hampshire and of the Somersworth School District, and with your diplomas now in hand, let us all please together move our tassels from the right side of our caps to the left side of our caps. Congratulations, you are no longer high school students, you are Somersworth High School graduates. to the left side of our caps, congratulations, you are no longer